living as a single 28-year-old woman was not as bad as people thought. Besides overwhelming with my job, it was all freedom. My only burden were just my job and apartment bills. Hi, I'm Alexa, and I really enjoyed my single life. For real. Even though my mom didn't agree with that. Until one day, when I went back to my family's house, just to find a blonde man in his black tuxedo sat on a couch at the living room. Not long after that, Mom came over me and welcomed me with a hug. Then I asked her, "What on earth is Ricky doing here?" So, known by his nickname Charisma Boss Baby Ricky, Ricky was a son of the owner of the biggest fashion company in this country. His handsome face and tall body made him popular among women. But for me, he's just not my type. And what surprised me more was Mom intended to arrange a marriage between me and him. I didn't want this to be happen, but I'm afraid it will disappoint my mom if I refused it. Now, life was not as enjoyable as before. I couldn't focus on my job just to think how to cancel this arranged marriage. While I thought about that, I saw a girl with short hair and pale face entered my shop and picked some cups of chocolate muffin. I always saw this girl every day for this week came to my bakery. Then she came over me and gave me some pennies. Then with her flat face, she said, "Hey, you know what? Your muffins taste are just like the muffins my mom used to bake." I was about to thank her for that, but she immediately left and never came back anymore. Until one day, when I had to deliver a birthday cake order near the school and I drove to the playground, I saw someone familiar sat on a swing. It was the girl who was used to visit my shop. I opened the window and asked what she did in the playground at night alone. She said that her parents were on a big fight and she couldn't stand it, so she decided to run away from her house. Felt pity for her. I offered her to stay at my place for the night. So this young girl name sounds like my favorite flower, Daisy. Such a beautiful name. Daisy said that her mother gave her that name because it was also her favorite flower. Then I served spaghetti for the dinner, and she said that my spaghetti tastes like her mother's. I wonder why I had so much similarity with her mother. Then I asked her to take the shower and change her clothes. I took the dirty clothes, and I shocked when I saw the label on the shirt. It was from Ricky Family's brand. My curiosity was getting bigger on this girl. And the following surprise came in the next morning. I found someone open my diary book. She was startled when I caught her touch my stuff. "What are you doing?" "I know exactly you are. Ricky's cousin? Or he sent you here to spy me, huh?" But Daisy just frowned her eyebrows. Then she asked who's Ricky I told was her father. What did she mean by that? Then she admitted that she was the daughter of Ricky and me. So I was her mother? This made me even more confused. She said that Ricky and I would often argue that made her sick of it, and decided to came back to 17 years before her birth by using her self-made time machine to stop our marriage. With sad face, she told me not to force myself to marry someone I didn't love and just follow my heart. I actually afraid of losing her if I marry a different person in the future. But Daisy said that she didn't afraid of it. She would rather disappear from this world than suffer for the rest of her life. her that, I realized that marrying Ricky would be the wrong decision because it would burden Daisy for the rest of her life. So I immediately went to my mother's house and told her everything. She was surprised by this. She didn't know that I didn't want this marriage because I never told her. But she respected my decision and canceled my marriage to Ricky. Instead, I decided to marry my heartthrob. It was a girl named Emma, my closest friend and also one of my employees at my bakery. Even though in the end, Daisy had to disappear from this world, it didn't bother me anymore because I will spend the rest of my life, with someone I truly loved. And that was the end of my story.